So it's the World Cup 2026 in my home country. And the captain of the Nigerian soccer team has personally offered to refund all of the expenses of all of the fans of his country that paid to travel to North America to watch Nigeria play in the World Cup of Soccer. Yeah, according to the report, all he needs now is all of their banking details to complete the transaction. Little Red Riding Hood is skipping around the forest when she sees the big bad wolf hiding behind a log. "Oh, what big eyes you have," she says, and the wolf runs away. Later on, she sees him hiding behind a tree. "Oh, what big ears you have," she says. Again, the wolf runs off. Later on, she sees him hiding again, this time behind some bushes. "Oh, what big teeth you have," she says. The big bad wolf, hailing from East Rutherford, New Jersey, jumps out from behind the bushes and yells, "Will you fuck off? I'm trying to take a shit over here." Budweiser. That girl over there has a nice booty, but why's her face so ugly? Ice melted. Damn, Holmes, my Willita let out a big fart the other day, and after I smelt it, I almost threw up. Two elderly residents, one male, one female, were sitting alone in the lobby of their nursing homes one evening. The old man looked over at her and said to the old lady, "I know just what you're wanting, and for $5, I'll have sex with you right over there on that rocking chair." The old lady looked surprised, but didn't say a word. The old man continued, "For $10, I'll do it with you on the nice sofa over there. But for $20, I'll take you back to my room, light some candles, and give you the most romantic evening you've ever had in your life." The old lady says nothing, but after a couple of minutes, she starts digging around in her purse. She pulls out a wrinkled $20 bill and holds it up. "So, you want the nice romantic evening back in my room," says the old man. "Get serious," she replies. "I want it 4 times in the rocking chair." I'm old enough to remember when emojis were called hieroglyphics. Did you know that the big joke in Iran is that nobody in Iran actually knows where the Ayatollah is except Israel? What do you almost always call an Englishman at the World Cup final? Referee. Did you know that FIFA, who runs the World Cup, decided to have a special Pride Night at the Seattle Stadium? But the 2 teams that they chose hardly scream LGBTQ+, Iraq and Saudi Arabia. What you talking about, Willis? A man who's retired and living in Arizona goes to the doctor, and during his yearly physical, the doctor asks him about his daily activity level. So he goes on to describe a typical day like this. "Well, yesterday afternoon, I waded along the edge of a lake. I drank 10 beers and 5 shots. I escaped from wild dogs and coyotes in the heavy brush. I jumped away from an aggressive rattlesnake. I marched up and down several rocky hills. I stood in a patch of poison ivy, crawled out of quicksand, and took 4 leaks behind some trees." Inspired by the story, the doctor said, "Wow, you must be one hell of an outdoorsman." "Nah," the man replied, "I'm just a shitty golfer."
this morning, got yourself a gun.
Tony. Hey, Uncle June, how was Boca? Junior. It was wonderful. I don't go down enough. Carmela. That's not what I heard.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Johnny Sack. He said that she was having a 90-pound mole removed from her ass. The implication is that her ass is so fucking big that she can have a mole that size removed from it. Carmine. It's an off-color remark. It was highly inappropriate. If you want, I'll demand that he's taxed. But clip him? Forget about it. Johnny Sack. Is it all just about the money? Carmine. I'll crack him good. I'll ask for 200 grand. 200 grand for insulting my wife? What's next, Carmine? You get to fuck her for $1 million? Carmine. He wants to fuck her too? Johnny. I'm making a point over here. Spelling bee judge. Your word is C-word. Student. C-word. C-U-N. No! Isn't it just completely ironic that Thelma and Louise spent an entire movie challenging sexist stereotypes, and then they die at the end because of their terrible driving? How does a Boston Dynamics police robot dog cross the streets of New York? It says, "Hey, I'm walking over here." Why does the United States have the absolute best movie industry in the whole world? Because in the rest of the world, all the best actors play soccer. Things that make you go, you ever wonder? Like, you ever wonder why doctors have to leave the room while you get changed? Aren't they going to have their finger up your ass in mere moments? You ever wonder why toasters have a setting that burns the toast to an absolute crisp, which no decent human in their right mind would ever select? Or you ever wonder if the professor on Gilligan's Island can make a radio out of a coconut? Why can't he fix a stinking hole in a boat? What's the difference between a lawyer and one of these social media influencers? A lawyer will ruin your life for upwards of $500 an hour. An influencer will do it for free. Walmart has announced that they're closing 515 stores in the United States and Canada in 2027. Putting the grand total of cashiers that'll be out of work to 15. Oh! What's the difference between Gotham City and the rest of the world? In Gotham, the bat never kills anyone. How do you get Batman into the Marvel Universe? Hang him on the wall. Now he's a Bruce Banner. What happens when Batman sees Catwoman? The Dark Knight Rises.
I'm Batman.
For those men who know absolutely nothing about how to satisfy and please a woman, the G-spot is located right at the end of the word shopping.
Tell me lies.
My good friend has a very bad stuttering problem. And by the time that he told us that his Nana had died, we were all singing. In the last World Cup in Qatar in 2022, the United States got knocked out on day 13. Yeah, it was considered their fastest exit from the Middle East ever. A black guy is telling his white friend all about being colored. You see, white guy, when I go out in the sun, I'm black. And when I get scared, I'm black. And when I die, yes, I still stay black. But you white guys, when you're born, you're pink. When you grow up, you're white. When you get sick, you're green. When you go out in the sun too long, you're red. And when you die, you turn purple. And you want to go on calling us the colored ones? I want to love you. The perfect man is gentle, never cruel and never mean. He has a beautiful smile, and he keeps his face so clean. The perfect man loves children and will raise them by your side. He'll be a great father and a good husband to his bride. The perfect man loves cooking, cleaning, and vacuuming too. He'll do anything in his power to convey his love for you. The perfect man is sweet, writing poetry with your name. He's best friends to your mother and kisses away your pain. He'll never make you cry or batter you in any way. Ah, the hell with this stinking poem. The perfect man is gay.
What you talking about, Willis?
A girlfriend of mine says she doesn't believe anything that she sees on TV anymore. And I said, why do you say that? And she tells me that she saw this one herbal shampoo commercial where this really attractive woman was in the shower using the shampoo, and she's looking like and insinuating that she's having multiple orgasms. And so she went over to her local Costco and bought the family pack of that particular shampoo brand that she saw in the commercial. And she spent most of the entire weekend in the shower. When I asked her why, what happened, she proceeds to tell me that the shampoo doesn't cause the orgasm, the bottle does.